Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Line gets set, first down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Kamara. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On first down from their own 22. Oh, it's a reverse. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game. And one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has in the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide battlefield.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Slings it downfield. Finds space on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed well.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that.
Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They run the reverse. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A tough third down spot here. Field is condensed. Ball is at the 10-yard line. Now the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. This could be a major turning point in this game. Going for it inside their own 40. Will not get... Fourth down stop.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think, put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll run play action. It's complete to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. He's going to pass. Buys a little extra time. The throw. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for a pretty good job.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown!
quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
He's got it down the left. He's off to the races. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 11 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time, 2nd and long from the 19. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're trying to get to it. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick pass on the jet motion. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Quickly complete. And that one did not work.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. They'd better pay it off with 6. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
And the Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. These corners going to give them some space. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Here comes the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early enough.
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. The DBs will back off a bit. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Going with the ground game left. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quick pass on the fly motion. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to buy time. Firing to the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's back to throw on second down. It's complete. Touchdown tie. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kansas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping it. Sends it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Open runway ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. He'll try to tack on one more. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the left side. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Corner's going to give them room. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 3rd down.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Off play action. Extending the play. Fires on the move. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Handoff to the single back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Now improvising. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. It's a reverse. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying play action. Buys a little time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
A tied offense rolls onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
He'll throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking off. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete on the right side. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Offense facing 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll try to pick up the 1st. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They'll go with a direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Oh, and he missed it, and they missed their chance to lock it up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 21 to Utah. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dances away. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
On third and short, the power run here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game, and what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Wide receivers, running backs, you see them. They're interchangeable now. You see each playing different positions and handing the ball to wide receivers like you get here. You know, wide receivers are getting the ball more and more in space, but you're also trying to hand them the football so they can make some plays, get more touches, especially those good guys. Not a great game, but definitely a good job of getting the wide receiver involved in the running game.
One of the things I love about Bootleg as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to run for it. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing...
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Michigan! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rolls onto the field. and they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Afterburner's coming. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Quarterback checking the play. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes the offense on 1st down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They'll give it to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game.